Welcome, Wastelanders, to another settlement video. So today, as you can see from what's right in front of you, we are at Oberland Station. And of course it's going to look absolutely nothing like the vanilla settlement, and that's purposeful. This one was actually kind of inspired by another YouTuber who built some sort of kind of like mini city here that I absolutely loved. I loved his initial design. Kind of made it like a little town square in a sense, and that's where I drew a lot of my inspiration from in doing this, except I just went about 1,000 times overkill on it with size and everything. And I also didn't match his grittiness just because that just doesn't seem to really be my building style. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into this settlement tour. So as you can see here, we have a nice little sign here letting people know exactly where they are approaching, and we have welcome to Overland Station. In the background there you can see a couple of windmills. Those are actually there for water production. Don't ask me where they came from. I think it's from a new mod I'm using called Smore, S-M-O-R-E, just like s'mores. Great mod. I'm going to be showcasing stuff from that more and more. Along with that, I think came this guy here, and that one over there. A couple of actual real windmills, like types that you see for wind generating stations all around the U.S. and the world, actually. So let's go ahead and get on into this. Right up here we have a guard tower and a whole bunch of sandbag defense walls. That stuff there comes from the mod called More Fortifications. I've showcased that one in my Jamaica Plain video. It's a great one. It gives you all these nice little new things here, as well as stuff like this, the little barbed wire fence doohickey there that you see there. But yeah, this was actually quite easy to build. These are just basically wood shack foundations with walls wrapped all around them. And we got a couple of staircases that get you all the way up there, so let's go ahead and take a look. And here you can see a little bit better the more fortifications there.
Huh?
And up here we have our guard tower station. We have a couple of ammunition boxes, grenade box, some weapons. This one is called Military Clutter, I believe. I'm going to have all the mods listed in the description, so you can go ahead and check them out. And like I said, I've gone through them in my other build at Jamaica Plain, so we talked about that one a lot. And here's a nice little aerial view of exactly what we have going on at Overland Station. As I said, it looks nothing like what the original did. Not even the original building is still here. That was actually an accident. I've been here numerous times building at this location, trying to figure out what in the world to do with it, and I accidentally deleted the building one day. And then I didn't come back for quite a long time. Until I saw that YouTube video that I had mentioned, and that kind of gave me some inspiration. And so I came back and just tore the whole place apart down to the bare ground and just rebuilt it. So let's go ahead and take a look. So up here we have an actual train station, and this is one of our little guards. He just kind of walks back and forth on patrol. And we actually have train carts here. We have a person transporting cart here. And we actually have the train station locomotive. And as you can see, and here, it does actually have a running motor, and sort of. What I did is I took a couple of generators, as you can see where the smoke's coming out of there, and used the Place Anywhere tool to glitch them in there. So it looks and sounds like this thing is actually alive and running, as well as put a couple of lights up in there. But yeah, this is the Overland train station here. We have, like I said, carts. You can actually go inside these. When I get these carts, this is actually part of the Smore as well. These seats are not in it, so I added that. And the doors as well. That was something I had to add because they just didn't come with them. And even though there's nobody in there, my guys that are walking around in my settlement here love to just kind of go in and open the doors and not even go in them. Actually, here you can see some glitching going on. in using this much foundation, as you've seen in my other videos, that just it doesn't play well with the NPCs, but it is what it is. So in here we actually have Overland Station. We have the ticket booth here, some clocks, some registers, lockers, seating. We have an information desk over here, and this is the Overland train station. This is something I kind of played around with. This counter you see here, this is also part of S'mores. Smore, whatever I want to call it, but it's a great mod. Like I said, I've been having a lot of fun with that one, with all the new textures and whatnot, and new available items. So in here I did a completely covered train station, put the roof up and over the entire thing so that when it rains, all the people are nice and protected from the weather. And then right here we have a diner, and this was built using the Smore texture as well. Actually, if you look through the window there, you can see it kind of looks like it's shimmering. That's because the person who created it took out the window texture, and when he did that, it kind of made it a little funky, but whatever, it works. And as you see in some of my other, excuse me, other buildings that I've done, I found a way to kind of fill in the windows, which I'll go over as we get into it. But here, same thing, I use the same countertop, excuse me. And then inside here we have basically a little kitchen diner. Do all the food cooking and prep in here. And here's a Place Anywhere tool that I forgot to get rid of. There's pretty much one in every video. And there's supposed to be somebody standing here. I think that's the person that's glitching through the ground. But yeah, this is our little makeshift kitchen. And so right outside here we have another little view of the town itself that I built in here. This initially was supposed to be my little town square where the clock and light is, but I felt it was just a little too small and didn't work for what I wanted, so I ended up expanding the city to be probably about 10 times the size of what it is now. And so down over here we have our community garden, completely fenced in with chain link fences, a couple of water pumps, garden, greenhouse, and all these different veggies all in here. And again, this is all protected in here by the chain link fence. And with this settlement I decided not to do any types of walls. I originally started doing the junk walls, as I've done with a whole bunch of settlements lately, and I just kind of got tired of it, and I decided to leave it all open, put these big giant guard towers in, and just put missile turrets basically all the way around the entire settlement to protect it. Decided to leave this one nice and open, as you can see here. Nice another little view of the entire place here and all the different buildings going on. And so this one's set up basically the same as the other one, just a bunch of different weapons and ammo boxes and whatnot up here. And this is again the More Fortifications that I use to do this, and then this is just a basic vanilla pre-built wood foundation floor, etc. and pretty simple to do. I actually will probably be doing another tutorial video in the near future and showcase how to build things like this. Super simple. Anybody can do it, and you don't need mods in order to build this unless you want to do things like this with the more fortifications and putting stuff like those sandbags up there, because you have to mesh them into one another. Alright, so let's keep moving on. So down this way we just have a whole bunch of different buildings. Each one has got its own thing going on. We have houses, businesses, a little bit of everything basically. This is kind of like the local blacksmith, I guess you can say. And here he's doing work on power armor. Got a whole bunch of extra bits just kind of sitting here on the shelves and whatnot. And bunch of different suits, all in different stages of production and whatnot. And there, of course, is one of my fully stocked shelves that has been showcased numerous times. If you're wondering about how I made this settlement as big as it is, I'm using the mod called Commonwealth Geck. I've been asked recently how I do that kind of stuff. If you're watching this video, I don't know what your name is because I can't read your language, and I know English isn't your first language, but you keep asking me what I use to make my settlement so big. It's a mod called Commonwealth Geck. I will put that in the description, as I've said, and I will try to point that out specifically so that if you are watching this video, that should help you out. So in here, just a little first aid station. Like I said, I got a little bit of everything in here. I decided to throw a mailbox and a newspaper thing on the back of the train station here. Here we have the little Minutemen headquarters. This is for the guys that are guarding the actual place. Got a couple of bunk beds, various electronics, and a whole bunch of this and that. And we've got a little table with a little map here. I believe that came from Smore as well. Like I said, I really love that mod. It's got just a little bit of everything in it. And so down over here, we got a couple more buildings. This is the backside again of the little first aid station. And over here we have one of these houses, which you might recognize from a different settlement. Can't take a guess as to what it is. I'll give you a couple of seconds, but yeah, it was another thing that came in with Smore. Again, I can't talk enough about this mod. It's really, really great. All the little things that it has in it, all of these little extra add-ons, and if you haven't guessed where this house is from, this is one of the Covenant houses. Kind of a pain to put in place, just like some of the other pre-made, pre-war houses, but I was able to finally get it in here, and I had to do some makeshift steps right here because this bottom one here just didn't exist, and it made it kind of awkward to try and step up there. And these are not part of it. I just put these in for decoration, just to try and make it look a little nicer, I guess. So down over this way, we have some of these fences. Again, this is part of Smore. Let's get back on over here. Ignore the person in the ground. And we have some living spaces here. I tried to make all these houses as different styling as I possibly could. In here, another little Smore table. Stuff like this here. This is actually interactive with NPCs. They will come over and start hacking away at that piece of Brahmin. These are actually no, these are part of USO. My apologies. So is that table there and some of these chairs. Those are part of the USO mods. These stairwells. This is part of Smore as well. I've been looking for new stairwells for the longest time, and I finally was able to find ones that come in handy. And up in here again, this is part of Smore. This is a little telescope, not interactive with any of the characters, unfortunately. This little guy here, again, this is part of Smore. Nice little Pip-Boy case, and you can actually get Pip-Boys too that you can leave all around the place. And a safe, and that's one of our houses here. Nice little simple living quarters, and again, I'm loving this whole mod of Smore with all these different things like these staircases. And over here we have another little kind of town square center type thing that I decided to build. Put a nice little green patch of grass, a nice big tree in here, and some benches surrounding it. Just something simple for nice little ambiance and decorations. And in here, another house. This one, the table again is done by Smore. These refrigerators, I think, might be part of Smore or USO or maybe even CVA. I don't know. One of them. I guess just download all of them and try to find them. There's a big chunk of that meat again that I just kind of glitched onto the stove there. This is part of, I believe, USO. Oh no, that's part of the fully stocked shelves there. But again, another stairwell from Smore. Love that thing, as well as the railings up in there. And got our little decorations here of our little robots and bobbleheads. There's some more living spaces here. And just basic, you know, a little bit of houses, and again, like I said, I got some businesses in here as well. A little bit of everything. And so down over here we have our actual full-size town square. This is the big one here. That again, I decided I wanted to make something bigger and bigger and bigger than what I'd already done with the other two smaller ones, and this is basically what we got. Nice big grassy Central Park type feel here with a whole bunch of benches, nice lighting, and one big giant tree in the town center. Got these nice stairwells that I put into place. Nice little ice cream bar / drink area with a Place Anywhere tool sitting right there for you to see, because once again I forgot to get rid of it. Wanted to touch on this real quick. This is actually me using the Place Anywhere tool to glitch the clock and the lamp into one, because I thought it looked neat and helped light up this area at nighttime. So before we get into the full town square, we have kind of like a little hotel type thing going on here. We have a gift shop on this section here. Just basic items, just kind of filled it in to make it look like a little gift shop. If we head upstairs, we have the big giant lounge area again with more of these stairs from Smore. Some pool tables, got a full bar up here, and this is kind of like a skywalk. If you noticed when we were down there, this is all underneath here. You can walk underneath this part of the hotel. And down over here, we have check-in, complete with our little velvet ropes and registers and whatnot. And then let's go ahead and head on upstairs to one of these rooms. And so over here we have the big nice room with all the open windows so you can see in pretty much every direction. Nice little bathroom, same basic design that I have been doing in the past. Fully decorated tables. Got ourselves an institute bed as well. Now let's go ahead and shoot on over to the other side and take a look at the other room. And again, this is the skywalk that we're walking across here. And we've got another room over here. This one's much smaller, as you can see. Does have a bathroom as well, though. Same design I usually do, and you know, basic hotel design type stuff that I've done numerous times in the past. Alright, so let's go ahead and get on out of the hotel here. Head back down through the gift shop, and hopefully I'm not making you too dizzy from zipping around on there. So here you can see we have the under part of our little skywalk going on. And their hotel is the Twin Whale, I guess. I don't know. I just found something to cover up the Trinity Church symbol there, and just whatever. We'll call it the Twin Whale. So over here, more living spaces. Let's go ahead and take a look inside here. This person is always prepared for everything. We have decontamination as soon as you walk in. A couple of little statues over here. This is definitely a military person's home. This is part of Smore as well, I believe, right there. Got ourselves a nice little kitchen table, sort of. We got ourselves a little campfire, cooking up some brahmin or dog or who knows what in the world that's supposed to be. Basic supplies, and again, another stairwell from Smore. Absolutely love it. Up here, nice little living quarters. Some bookshelves. If you look behind them, we got some guns stashed back in there for just in case. Little military duffel bag and safe, and then of course we have a hidden panic room. And inside here we have tons and tons of supplies, weapons, etc. Things get really nasty. We can go ahead and pop open our secret escape door, and we can jump out and run if we need to. So like I said, this guy is prepared for just about anything that might come along. So the next house, got kind of bored with doing the same things over and over again, so I just put a for rent sign on there and left this one as pretty much a blank slate. Got a brand new kitchen in there, we got a stairwell, a couple of fireplaces, some wallpaper, and that's basically it. It's just a blank empty space, and this one's for rent so that you can buy it if you want to or rent it out. And this is how I fill in the windows. I had mentioned earlier about some of these windows having these big wide open spaces that look kind of funky, so I just use the warehouse glass walls to kind of fill that in. And so along the back here we have one of our other little guard towers in the back, and as you can see I built the steps into the stones as I've done a whole bunch of times in my other builds. I just like doing it because I think it looks really nice. We got ourselves a bridge here. That guy down there is actually supposed to be up here on top of the bridge, but as is always in my videos, they always glitch through them. Again, there's supposed to be guys in here as well that are out and about looking around at everything, but it is what it is. Even with using stuff like nav mesh, they always seem to fall through, so get used to it. You're going to see it in pretty much every single one of my videos. But that's another one of the guard towers. We got ourselves a nice little bridge right here that overlooks this whole section coming in. There is no way to get into the settlement from this way, so this is just basically for protection. Over here is we have our other guard tower, same exact thing. A whole bunch of weapons, ammo, and whatnot. And there's supposed to be people here, but whatever. Put in some of the more fortifications in here so that they have a little more protection than just wood. And you can see we have our turrets all over the place, and if you see that over there and you know what it is, fantastic. If you don't, once you get up to a certain level, you're going to see a random event in the sky, and this is basically where it lands. I will not tell you any more about it. If you don't know anything about it, I will let you discover that all on your own so that I don't spoil it for you. And so coming along this way, this is one of the other entrances, guarded by another Assaultron. And this takes us right back into the town square. And so right over here we have the Overland Museum. This is one of those things I just couldn't figure out what in the world to do with the building. I got tired of doing the same old thing, so I decided to do a museum. Took a whole bunch of random objects and just threw them in here in the display cases. We got some different meds, different weapons, different types of clothing, armor and whatnot. We have a death claw hand in there because why the heck not? A couple of posters, little decorations, a little gift shop section here where you can buy some random stuff that they found. Again, more posters up here. That's part of Smore. A lot of these posters that you're seeing, I believe. And in here, just some of the random metals, gold, silver, lead, so on. In here, some more weapons. We have our Nuka-Cola display, complete with a little sign. We got a truck and a couple of the different flavors. Big honkin' chunk of Deathclaw sitting in there just for the heck of it. And there you go. We got ourselves a little museum of just a whole bunch of random stuff. We even have a little mini nuke in there, and some missiles and flamer fuel, and some random rifle I decided to throw in there. But yeah, we've got ourselves a nice little museum. And again, here are the windows that with a Place Anywhere tool. Left like what, 5 of them back here. So these are the windows that I put in place because otherwise these are just walls with big honking gaps in them. I don't know why the creator Smore didn't put something in there, but whatever. It's, you know, I got a little workaround for it. And we're going to be doing that big stone building last. Right now we have ourselves a bar. Got to have a bar in just about every settlement because post-apocalyptic world, you're going to need alcohol. So in here we have some basic seating that you'd see in like all the diners, a couple of signs, and a whole bunch of liquor decorations. I believe this stuff comes from USO and CVA. And we have the bar top here that is part of Smore. And some more decorations here, another cart, and, whoa, glitching party bear, and some kegs over there. And up here we have the lounge with music, which we won't be turning on so we don't get a copyright strike, dance floor, and some disco boogie lights. So a little bit of everything, stuff that I've done in the past. We also have the colored lighting up here. That's how I'm able to get like the purples and the blues and whatnot. Okay, now we're back out to the square and we're going to tour the last building of the settlement. So with this building, I went through numerous designs on it because I just could not figure out what in the world to do with it until I finally had the idea of kind of doing a secret society in a sense. This building initially had windows all up in it, but I decided to close all that out to make this as dark and as secretive as I possibly could. So right here we have our nice little stone archway that leads in. We have our big honking wood doors, and inside here some candle lit entryway. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. And so this is basically like a secret society. We got ourselves a round table with all of the different factions going on here. We have the Institute, the Minutemen, we have the Brotherhood of Steel, and we have the Railroad over there in the corner there. And just threw in a couple of flags, and then I built a nice little altar here. We used the Place Anywhere tool to glitch a little wood-burning fireplace stove thingy, whatever you want to call it, into the ground there. Put a little seat, and put some candles on it, and then put a sword in here that I'd found in the cheat room called Insane Range. Initially when I saw it, I thought it said Insane Rage, but no, it just says Insane Range. But yeah, just threw it on here to kind of do like a sword in the stone type thing. I actually tried to glitch that into a piece of the stone here, but it wouldn't do it. So I just decided to lay it here as an altar. And over here we have ourselves a stone coffin, complete with a skeleton inside of it. The High Confessor's Helm, which I just kind of threw on there for decorations. Like I said, this is supposed to be like a secret society. And so all the different factions, even though they're all supposed to be enemies, these guys are all meeting here, and they're basically running the world. They are tricking people into thinking that they're all enemies because they have their own little agenda and propaganda going on. And so up here, we have a dining area. Again, just all candlelit. I actually was supposed to put some sort of armor on there, but couldn't figure out what to do, so I just kind of forgot about it and left it blank. We got ourselves some dining tables up here, complete with fish and Brahmin meat, and we got ourselves a nice little camp stove again going on over here. And the only light in this entire place are these candle lights. I did that on purpose because I wanted this to be as dark and as ominous as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back on outside, and we're going to get some nighttime views of the inside so you can see just the type of atmosphere I was trying to create. Okay, and as you can see here now, it is nighttime and everything is all nicely lit up. This is where all of the colored lighting really starts to shine. Over here we have the green and the blue kind of making a little bit of a mixture there. And you can see in the upper floor there on the bar, all nice and lit up as well. I initially did have some other coloring on the right side there, but because of the way this game is, the light was bleeding through the walls, kind of much like you see like down here and whatnot. And I didn't want it to do that with my little secret society thing in here. So as you can see, this is all nice and dark and lit up, and let's go ahead and take a look on the inside and see what it looks like with the ambiance I was trying to create. Now when I actually made this space, I did it just like this. I made it all during nighttime in the game so that I could get the lights just perfect and get everything to look exactly the way I wanted it to. Worked out pretty well. One of the things I didn't mention before is I did the same thing over here. I took the little wood fireplace thingy and stuck it into the stone here just to kind of create a little, I don't know, mythical ambiance effect there as well. But yeah, you can see the altar here is all nicely lit up. Everything's done under the light of candles and wood-burning fireplaces. So, you know, we got our little altar there. We got our little body in there with some flowers that I forgot to mention before. And yeah, this is the ambiance of the secret society. I'll go ahead and take a look upstairs real quick. And same thing. Like I said, I did this all during nighttime in the game so that I could make sure that everything looked exactly the way I wanted it to, and extremely happy with the outcome on that. It all ended up being totally perfect, and I was so glad that I decided to get rid of all the windows because that would just let too much light from outside bleed through, and trying to do a secret society, I kind of felt that it would have ruined that a little bit. And so there you go, that's the inside of our secret society. And so there we go. This is the full-on tour of Oberland Station. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun building this place once I got over the initial frustration of trying to decide what to do with it. As you can see, I put a lot of work into it, and I'm quite proud of it. If you guys want to continue to see more content, do the whole like and subscribe thing. If you got any places that you'd like to see me do, again, as always, just go ahead and leave a comment and see what I can do. And I got plenty more videos coming up of different settlements, as well as more of my playthrough going on, so keep ahead and watch, and then I'll see you next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.